Miami Dolphins.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taken at the goal line. Breaks through the contact.
And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. Will step aside.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A first down carry here for Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's 2nd and 3. A first carry here for Kene Nwangwu.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
And that's dropped underneath to Nwangwu.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
And the decision paid off indeed.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jones now in motion left.
Back to Nwangwu again on first down. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll go right back to the Wangu.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Silva. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
He may go back to the huddle and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel.
On first down, they'll run with the Wangu.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
But now he appears to be in some pain. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here comes third and about a foot.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Across midfield.
And down right around the 37. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
Gets around him, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. On first and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, he's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
So 2 very different ends to each team's opening drive. One side forced to settle for 3. The other decides, hey, we're going on 4th down, and it pays off with 6 points and an early lead.
And maybe a little insight into the mindset of both teams in this game. One side coming down, as you mentioned, settling for 3. The other side saying, we're not playing match it in this game. We're going for it and trying to get out ahead and make them chase us.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Johnson running left. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get to the line here, but So third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third and long, it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On play action, now Rodgers. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Silva. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
From the 33, here's second down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 107 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
In motion left, Hill. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33.
A run with Mostert up the middle,
pushing through the contact. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. shotgun now for Rodgers.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Calhoun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now a give, right side. Calhoun. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangwu.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been.
big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle to Longu.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. 1st down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
151 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner, and the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Silva. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Rodgers again now.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Now Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Niners come up with a late turnover. But it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was in a